collectively we have ignored the environment, and we just wanted at least what we can do in our neighborhood, that to make it more green, more friendly, easier for us and for our future generations who are going to live here.
There are so many lovely things already happening in Wavertree. So many people working to combat climate change or just make the community look a bit nicer. It's amazing what we can do when we all work together.
This is the Wavertree Garden Suburb Institute. It was the original building, I think, before they built the garden suburb. This was the original farm, I think, or certainly part of it. So that being the case, it's the sort of community centre for us. And so we're going to dig out borders because although it's been maintained enough, we're a relatively new group, Wavertree Garden Suburb in Bloom, and we're trying to make it more diverse with different kinds of plants and flowers to encourage wildlife and bees and little mouses.
Well, we are preparing the ground and as you can see, digging up for the preparation of for planting flowers, which we have selected specially so that it attracts bees, butterflies, all sorts of things. That's the idea behind it. And it's not been done, as you can see here, for a long time, although there are beautiful bluebells down there, but we want to create more friendly atmosphere. That's what we are trying to do here. And some of them are planting seedlings, which we planted about a month ago, and now they are germinating. So what you're seeing there is our effort about a month ago, which we came together. And now we are doing it. Some of them will be planted here. And as you can see, a lot of our residents, they're all residents here, who's coming together to make this neighborhood a bit friendly.
I'm getting involved today because I have been using the Institute for over 10 years as part of the community here, and recently Mohammed, who you've just interviewed, decided that he wanted to go for a more coherent garden suburb with people talking to each other and doing stuff together to make the garden suburb more what it was originally intended to be, which was a community. And so he's kicked off this by leafleting. He did it by leafleting, and then we came to a meeting here a while ago, about 6 months ago, and then he's given us his vision, and other people have put in their vision, and now we've got a sort of collaborative vision, and this is part of it. So that's why I'm involved. I live here. I live around the corner from here. Yeah. So this is my community. Yeah.
At least what we can do in our neighborhood, that to make it more green, more friendly, easier for us and for our future generations who are going to live here, where they can breathe fresh air, better, more trees in the area. Already we've discovered there are about 40 trees which fell in this area during different storms, not this year, but different storms, has not been replanted. So we have located those areas and we are going to replant. But hopefully it will be towards the end of the year now, because the planting season is gone, for the trees I'm talking about. So all the trees will come, because we want to take part in the Queen's Green Canopy initiative, which is going all through the year, right up to December. So we will be part of it.
What I would hope is that people communicate with each other who live here, because it's a bit disparate, I don't know who lives there, I don't know who lives in that house. But I would hope people are communicating with each other and can work towards having the place greener, friendly for wildlife, that people know where we are and can come to us. There was a lady who just passed the gate before, Oh, what are you doing? So I told her, and she's like, oh, okay. So now I know you exist. Great, that'll do. That's good.
I think community, apart from other things, is bringing us together. That's the main agenda. And by coming together, we're not sitting around and gossiping and talking about this and talking about that. We all come in, as you can see for yourself, that A, they know their neighbors, getting them together and say hello, maybe a cup of tea later on. But they're doing something for not just for that. I mean, this is the community center. Everybody's doing it here. And they're bringing their own stuff, compost, so they're sharing it. So it's not like going to one person. Somebody's bringing like spades, we brought it, and we're digging and all the others. So that's what we are trying to achieve here, all coming together. And then once the flowers are here and everything is nice and blooming, we'll enjoy it as this is our area, this is our home.
Well, obviously, we're trying to keep everything here as green as possible. In terms of trees, I don't know if you know, but if you're supposed to, if a tree gets cut down or dies, the council have got some sort of policy where you're supposed to plant another one in your garden, to keep the garden suburb. But that's more of a garden suburb policy to keep the look of it, I think, rather than a green policy. But obviously, it has that effect as well. So that's what we're trying to do. The hedges, they're protected, as you might know. That's what it's about, really. It's about keeping it pretty as well as functional in terms of the wildlife and the greenness and oxygenating as much as possible with trees and such.
What we're doing here is we're trying to um, change the climate in the sense that the more trees which we plant and bring in wildlife like maybe if I go say caterpillars and whatnot, that will attract birds and other animals into the area, which will be good for the environment, good for everything else. Fresh air for us to breathe, and because even the lockdown there was a lot of change because there was less traffic and all that, and that's what we're trying to do. And if collectively everybody is trying to think like that and work towards it, maybe it improves the environment, because the weather is changing very, very fast. And when you are, say, 20 years from now, you will be mighty pleased that you were there in 2022 when it all started, when, in 20 years, things will be very different. So this is what we're trying to do. Not so much for us. I mean, we have gone through more or less. We're looking for future generations, children, our children, grandchildren. That's what we are looking for.